But what it also allows them to do is, marketing-wise, they could put out, anytime they show part of Hawke, you know, male or female, they show the one in the champion outfit, which means you instantly have a familiarity with the character, which is really good, right? So you get into the game, you go through that first sequence, and you're like, oh man, he's wearing the armor from the, you know, the pictures. Oh, it's awesome. He looks so cool. And then you get into like the real meat of the game right after that. So I think it's clever. It's a really cool concept they came up with that. It's good for marketing, and it's good storytelling too, because it's a little homage back to the beginning of the game. When you finally get it, you feel like you're getting payment, you know, for all the stuff that you've done. And it's rewarding. There we go. That's a good word for it. It's very rewarding when you finally get the champion set. So you're like, oh, finally, I'm that guy that was at the end of the story. Which I think is really cool. Because, I mean, after all, when you think about it, the Hawke that you start with, that exaggerated Hawke, is what most people know you as because of the story. Because of the stories, rather, that were either told by Varric or other people that had any interaction with Hawke.
Now we can relax.
So it's really cool that... Ooh, another Canary sword. Yeah, it's really cool that you start as that exaggerated character, and then you learn how you become that exaggerated. Not that you actually become that exaggerated character, but just how it is interpreted that way. You learn that throughout the story. I think that's I think it's really cool.
A warehouse full of dead fish for one lousy crate.
Yep. But I also feel like because of that, people, it goes over their heads sometimes. They don't realize that that was part of the intention of the story. And it's unfortunate because the fact that it's a narrative, and that it's told as a story from somebody who's...
Looks like we found the crates.
Something seems off. It's a trap!
Ah, Admiral Akbar, where'd you come from? Ooh, this trap is quite painful. But yeah, the whole thing, you know, with someone else telling the story and it kind of switching back between the real story and what he's saying and what is exaggerated sometimes. Like with the Varric thing, when you go to confront his brother, and that whole part's exaggerated because Varric's telling it. Yeah, I think it confused people a little too much, and that's unfortunate. I'm not saying it confused everybody, so if you're one of those people that just doesn't like the Dragon Age 2 story, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you were confused by it, that you're a plebe. I'm saying there were a lot of people who were confused by it, weren't following the story, weren't engaged with it, because it was hard to follow. Then again, I feel like the reason I really like the story is because I was engaged with it to begin with. Where do I have to go now? Go to the sink, a cavern outside of Kirkwall. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I engaged with the story early on because this isn't the first, you know, game or book or anything that I've been through, TV series, movie, where it's been told like this as a storytelling dynamic, and I connected with it. I knew what was going on from the beginning, and I really connected with it because I knew what I was getting into. So I guess you could say I knew more of what to expect. Therefore, I was able to not necessarily predict what would happen, but just follow it a little better. And once again, that's no offense to anybody who just didn't like the story or didn't follow it or anything. I'm just saying I followed it because I am familiar with this kind of storytelling. And, you know, people could be very familiar with it and still not like it. And that's fine, too. I think that was part of the problem you saw a lot with the gaming press, is the disparity between the gaming press and players, right? A lot of gaming press played the game, said, okay, it's not a bad game. It's not nearly as good as Origins, but it's not a bad game. It has some improvements over Origins, especially in combat and art style and stuff like that. But it's, you know, it's still not as good of a game. Whereas people who just played it and aren't gaming press, just are your average gamer, you have people... It was polarized, you know. You had people who really liked Dragon Age 2, and you had a lot of people that really didn't. And, you know, part of that could be because they didn't follow the storytelling. Part of that could be just they didn't like it. I think this form of storytelling is very polarizing to begin with, but I do agree with a lot of the criticisms as far as Kirkwall being, you know, like the only place that you're at pretty much the entire game, aside from the dark or the deep roads for a smaller portion. So yeah, I understand that, but I think gaming press is more acclimated to weird stories like this, therefore they were more capable of enjoying it. Okay, what do I want to do here? Probably should do on the loose. Do I have to do that at night? No, I could do it during the day. Alright, let's do it during the day. So do Faith and on the loose? I think they're both down here. Or Justice? Justice is down here, right? Yeah, it's Justice. That's fine. Okay. Who is Walter?
We got nothing here you'd want. Get back to Hightown and leave us alone.
Is this Evelina's home?
Does Evelina live here? Why are you here?
This is our home as much as it is hers. Evelina shared everything she had with us. Evelina found us when the Darkspawn came, when our parents died. She made sure we got to Kirkwall safely.
I miss her.
But when she went to join the circle here, they called her apostate for leaving the tower in Ferelden. They locked her up.
Okay, I kind of see what's going on here. I'm starting to understand it.
If you tell me where Evelina is, I'll try my best to help her. You can trust me.
No one can help her.
The Templars made Evelina angry. They made her change. It wasn't her fault. When it was over, she was ashamed. She ran into the tunnels and hid.
Shut up, Cricket. Don't tell them that.
She's in the sewers, child.
You can't go there. She'll know we told you and she'll be angry at us.
Angry? I didn't like when she got angry. We have to hide.
Cricket!
Okay. So...
We're scavenging today.
we can kind of deduce what happened there. Obviously, she tried to defend herself from the Templars. Now, she means good. She definitely means good because she brought these kids from Ferelden with her to escape the Blight. And she left the Circle in Ferelden to escape the Blight. She obviously wanted to go right back to the Circle because she knows it's wrong. So she definitely means good here. And I can appreciate that. So we'll try our best to save this one. The other dude started off bad. I mean, he just killed an elf in cold blood right then and there. There was no helping him. He was beyond gone. Now, if he had debated it even for a second, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, then there might be faith enough in him to be like, okay, you're gonna, you can come out of this like blood mage sink that you've gotten yourself into. I can understand, but he just went for it, which means there was no helping him, which means we just killed him. She kind of sounds more like it was an accident.
I don't like the looks of this.
Like she understood that something bad was going on, didn't mean to go all blood magey, but just happened to. But I mean, does one really happen to go blood magey? I mean, you gotta have that in your head already in order to go there, right? I don't know. Definitely gonna be something we need to talk to, or talk through rather, because you can't just. I don't think. Off of the information we have already, I don't think you can make a intelligent decision on what to do with her until you talk to her yourself. Because there's a lot of speculation. Like, we're speculating that she got mad and turned blood mage. Maybe she just got mad. Maybe she has an anger problem and didn't go blood mage on the Templar. Come on, Shade. Die. There we go. And she probably is just mad because she came willingly to the circle and they locked her up, apparently. But we don't know if that's the truth either. So, again, back to my original point, we're just going to have to talk to her. See what she needs to do here. What ring? Ooh. Oh, wait, those are what I had before. Shut up. Anything good here? That's a really nice belt. I'll take that. Yeah. Okay. Let's loot these guys. There's one over here. And then we'll work our way up this way. Let's get our dog out. And let's also put poison on. I probably should get more poisons here in a minute. Once I'm out of this. Ooh, let's disarm that. Gotta love that free XP, man. I mean, it is basically free XP. I don't really have to do anything other than click a button.
What are you doing here?
I thought if we warned her about you, she wouldn't be angry.
They were quick.
Walter.
She's coming! Run!
There you are.
Oh, crap.
Don't run from me, Walter. You know those are the rules.
Crap. She sounds either one, she's a pedophile, or two, she's blood mage. So I think we don't need to talk to her.
I won't let you touch these children.
You play the hero well, but I see through it. You're Ferelden, like us. That you feast on sweetmeats while your people starve in the Undercity.
Punched my mic, sorry.
I spit on you, traitor.
And on the pathetic Templars that sent you, Kirkwall should be mine. Then my children will have a whole city to play in.
Yeah, you are gonna die. Dang it! I was hoping she would be worth saving, because she seemed like she was, you know. She's like, I want to help the children. And oh, crap. Can we stun that? Oh, that's not good. Can we knock it over? Oh, she's gone. Okay, she's just flipping through demons at this point. Can I kill her? Oh. She got one more. One more iteration. Oh, apparently, nope, she had two more iterations and she just fell over dead. That was too much for her. She met her match.
I don't understand. Evelina loved us. She saved us. Why would she try to hurt us now?
That wasn't Evelina.
Evelina would never hurt you, child. That was a demon. Remember her as she was. A brave, kind, loving woman.
I'll try.
This isn't going to stop. The Templars force our hand. They make us take drastic measures just to be free.
Like Evelina did.
Exactly.
I just don't know what we'll do now.
You'll look after the others. I know you can.
I'll try. I guess I'm the only one the rest of them have now.
I like that. Basically, he was having a bit of a crisis. The person that he thought he knew is no longer that person and almost killed him. And my character just said, hey, you can do this. Like, in a loving way, he said, man up. And I like that. I think that's what I would have chosen anyways if I had the option to speak there. Okay. What other quests do we have? Justice. Speak to Anders at his clinic in the Undercity. I thought we did speak to Anders.
Tomorrow, maybe. Good payday.
I guess we'll speak to him again. And then maybe we'll go get the other mage.
Here, Varric?
Starkhaven's too pretentious for me, and Cumberland's too boring.
You always say you hate commitment, but here you are, 6 years later, still at Hawke's side.
Dabbling. I thought you'd have noticed by now. I lie a lot.
Wait, so does he really not like me? Or does he like me? Oh no. Anders, get in here.
I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. We've both been wrong. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
You're right.
I'm glad you finally understand that.
I can't help mages like this. Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
Tell me how to help.
What must we do?
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters. They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me, without killing either.
Okay.
Surely that's worth any risk it entails.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Those are creepy ingredients. Go with it.
That doesn't sound sinister at all.
Well, you know Tevinters. They can't throw a Wintersend party without a human sacrifice or two. But I promise, everything in my research says there's no blood magic involved.
Okay. Where am I doing that? Down over here, I guess? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I feel like I want to do some other quests before that one. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Also, I'm almost certain that you saw more of Bethany in this. I could have sworn every time I've played through that I've had more of Bethany, but I think that's more towards the end. So I have like a... Which one am I using? Deathroot? Yeah. Remember it? Yeah, I'm using Deathroot. Or am I using Debilitating? Crap, which one am I using? Deathroot? Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna shoot through a lot of the main story as quickly as possible to get Bethany, more Bethany story, because I feel like there was unresolved issues there, as someone put it in one of the videos when she showed up at the end of Act 2. Which one do I want to do? Probably on the loose. Get that other mage. Alright. That was a mage that I now need to find where the heck they went. Oh, they're right here. Okay. And you're dead. Nice. Stun those guys. Let's take these guys out. That one's definitely gonna die, so I'll just work on this one. I do really appreciate the animations in this game, like jumping on things. Wow, like that animation is just so good. It feels really nice. I know I mentioned it before, but as a reiteration, it appears that they've gone with like a mix between Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 combat. Dragon Age 2, or for Inquisition, that is. Dragon Age 2 combat is very fluid, but kind of action RPG. Dragon Age Origins is a bit more clunky, but a lot more tactical. Now, it looks like they've, from all of the new videos they've been putting out, now granted, this is August, and the game doesn't come out now until November, so we're still a little far off, but for the most part, the combat design should be done. So we have a pretty good idea of what that'll be. But what we see is that...
The street should be safe at night. Care to help out with that?
Sure, why not? What we see is that the combat feels like it's got a lot of weight behind it. Like, yeah, it's kind of action RPG in the sense that this is, where things move a bit faster than they did in Origins. However, there still are... It's weighty, you know, it feels more real. It looks kinda like Dark Souls 2, but kinda not. Also looks a lot more tactical, like Origins.
Good evening, Comtesse.
Oh, the champion of Kirkwall. This is marvelous. You honor this household.
Household.
I will call for refreshments.
Not household, but household.
Talia? Oh, she is so slow, this girl. Come, let us chat while we wait.
You are in fine spirits.
You're extremely cheery for a woman whose son is wanted by the Templars.
Emil? Oh yes, the Templars were asking about our poor boy recently. I haven't seen Emil since he was taken to the Circle. He was just 6.
Damn.
You can tell the Templars not to worry. I am sure Emil will turn himself in soon. He is a good boy.
Dulcie, what have you done? You should have told the boy to throw himself at the mercy of the Templars.
Guillaume, darling.
Don't darling me, Dulcie. He's been telling people he's our son, that you gave him gold.
Guillaume, darling, we have guests.
Oh, hi. Do continue.
Don't stop on my account. This is fascinating.
I didn't mean to lie to you, champion. I barely saw Emil. I didn't think it was worth mentioning. I gave him some money. Not too much. He said he wanted to start a new life.
New life? His new life is spent in low-town taverns, getting drunk on cheap wine. It's a wonder the Templars haven't found him yet. Help us, please, champion. Emil is not a blood mage, just a foolish boy. Don't let the Templars kill him.
Blood mage? Oh, Guillaume, don't say that.
Please, save my son's life.
I'll do what I can.
If there is a way to help Emil, I will find it.
Thank you, champion. An acquaintance spied Emil in the Hanged Man not long ago. He should still be there.
The Hanged Man? Oh, but that place is filthy.
Hey.
Come, Dulcie.
I go there
Perhaps
often.
You should lie down.
Oh, but the Hanged Man is so filthy.
Poor lesions.
Oh, I love it. Ooh, can I loot your house? Oh, I think I can. Whoa. Was there anything? Oh, there's a chest. I will take that chest. I got a ring. Was the ring any good? Not really. Okay, moving on. Anything else? Nope. No. Oh, there's the door. Oh, man, I'm so excited to loot their house. You have no idea. You give me freedom. Whew, that was close. Why would you guys trap these chests? That's just mean. Ooh, and another chest. Oh, gosh. Your house is heaven to me. Canary, sword, that. Oh, man. 102 attack. 10% physical damage. Oh, it looks so retarded. I'm sorry. I am not wearing that. I got rid of that stupid thing before. Look, I can put something in as a gem and it'll be better, right? Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm wearing that stupid thing. Sometimes looks has to overcome the functionality of an item, especially when the item looks terrible that you have to put on. It's like old school WoW days and Molten Core was Paladin tier 1 armor. Hell, even Druid tier 1 was pretty bad. I've got leaves and antlers. So you gotta remember, I played a Druid as my main character. That was not a fun set to have. Although, I am one of the few people who really liked Druid tier 2. The Storm Rage set with the antlers. I hid those suckers for quite a while. But the shoulders, like the bear claws, and I had that staff from one of the dragons in Blackwing Lair that looked like a corn on the cob. Oh, it was great. That was good stuff. Nostalgia. Okay, where am I going? Hanged Man, right? Filthiness. Hanged Man, yep. Okay, we'll do that. And we'll get attacked by apostates and blood mages. That's fine. I can murder you. And you're dead. Your turn. You know, sorry but not sorry. But oh man, there's more blood mages. Holy cow. I wonder why Anders just died. Why would you guys kill Anders? It's like the guy trying to help you. Alright, let's just Keep her stunned. Backstab with shit killer. Oh, I got close enough. Oh, I'm glad they reminded me. There's a chest back here.
All set.
Yeah. That loot. See, I need all this loot because my money is running low. I probably should do the mine quest then, where I go help the dudes at the mine. Because you typically get a lot of money and items from that. Ooh, actually, that's going to be high on my list, because you do get a pretty good item from that, if I recall correctly. Let us injury kit you, because you died. Okay. To the Hanged Man. I don't remember what I was talking about before. Loot. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Do I have to go in during the day? It looks like I do. Maybe. Ooh.
Knight Commander Meredith's gone a bit mad. I hear she sees enemies everywhere these days.
Nonsense. Meredith's the best thing that's ever happened to this city. She keeps us safe.
Unfortunately, that's a pretty good idea of what the end of the game is like. This polarized thing there.
Emil de Lancey?
Oh, he is not a blood mage.
How'd you know my name? Did Nella tell you? I gave her my Lancey signet ring in exchange for a kiss. And tonight, she's going to make me a man.
Dude, you're balding.
The Comte was right. How did the Templars miss him?
He's lived in the Circle all his life. He can't function in the real world.
A round of drinks on me. I'm Emil, as you know. And you are?
Sympathetic.
Feeling very sorry for you. I'm also helping the Templars hunt a mage named Emil de Lancey. And here you are.
Oh, buggery. I know what this is about. I'm not a blood mage, all right? I started that rumor because I thought it would make me sound dangerous and suave.
That was a bad idea.
Do you have a death wish? You grew up in the Circle. You know what the Templars do to blood mages.
I've only told people in the tavern. And only women. You don't understand. I've been in the Circle since I was 6. 6! For 20 years I was locked up. I never had a real drink or cooked something for myself. Never stood in the rain or kissed a girl.
The Ferelden Circle's more fun. Everyone was kissing everyone. Though that was before the abominations.
I just wanted to live a little. If you are going to kill me, do it. I'd rather die drunk.
You know, that's a pretty good insight into what the Ferelden Circle was like, because if we recall correctly, we've heard this before, not just from him. You hear it from him, I think, several times in Awakening, but you hear it from other mages, and you read it throughout all the little lore books and stuff that pop up, that the Circle in Ferelden was quite frisky. The male mages and the female mages liked hanging out with each other without the Templars knowing, and there was a lot of interesting things happening, apparently. Alright, we gotta tell this guy to turn himself in.
You can't run. The Templars will find you eventually.
I'll make you a deal, alright? Give me one night. Just one night. One of the tavern girls, Nella, agreed to lie with me. I even paid for a room. Please, let me have this. You can take me back in chains after.
Bro. Chains, huh?
Why don't you start small and leave the chains for when you're more experienced? Just go do whatever.
Right over his head. Surprised Isabella's not with him. No, I am pretty surprised she's not. Or she, you know what I mean.
Well?
I'm not going to tell you about it.
Oh, come on. Is it chains time?
That was utterly worth it. Back to the Templars.
Alright, cool. What do I have to do for the rest of this quest? I'll list. Talk to Meredith and the Gallows. Okay. Well, you know what? I think once again...
He comes down wearing
This is a perfect spot to end, sitting here and, what's Isabella doing? It's a perfect spot to end, just sitting here.
Strange.
Again.
I always thought I'd wind up arresting you someday.
If I ever decide to get caught, Aveline, you'll be the guard I let catch me.
Let catch you?
Decide to get caught didn't trip you up, though. Good to know.
That's perfect. With that, we'll see you guys next time.